afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland, off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. In the north, we got VonClausewitz fighting here for the Red Army, the Soviet Union. Striking out here with the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps. West and south, we got Nosmarkov fighting for the Germany, Deutschland, das Vaterland. Fighting on here with the 3rd Panzerdivision. We got Spec Ops, Scavenge, and Overwatch here. Slightly interesting collection, though. I've seen way too much Spec Ops as of late. With Armored Assault, got Rifle and got Motor here for VonClausewitz, anti-tank grenades, mines, and satchels, with trouble in from them from Nosmarkov as well. Also, a big thanks to Tume for donating and supporting the Propagandacast and allowing me to keep doing what I do on a daily basis. So thank you, Tume. You're one of the heroes of the Propagandacast. Big thanks. Kublai for Nosmarkov, an interesting choice of asserts since they are very commonly known for going for specified command starts, and the Kublai tends to get shot down. And part of that, which of course is the M3A1. In fact, it gets incredibly hard counted. So a bold move here, to be honest, by Nosmarkov, but hopefully indicates we might be seeing something always slightly different here in terms of plays. And jeez, I'm really tired of just special operations Command Panther souls. They really need to look into that somehow, because it is way too common. I mean, it's kind of like how Scavenge was before. It's just a crutch they use easily. I mean, with no real requirements for it. If they just call in lots of Austrians, and he got really boring. Kind of is a bit of a issue with the Oberkommanders in general. So, anyways, Scout on the way there from Clausewitz. Back here we got more folks on the way there from Nosmarkov. Cool so far using a lot of territory. We got the M3A1, which of course is going to be difficult for the Oberkommanders to deal with, since the Black Panzerfaust, like Kednev, can have a hard time dealing with as well. One counter that is double Sturmpanies. It's less common, but it can work. Does require some acceptance of the higher risks of double Sturmpanies, but if you can pull it off, it's good. But right now, Nosmarkov is not going to have any of that, so it's going to be interesting to see how he handles this early M3A1, the White Scout Club, also known as. Used primarily by Russians reconnaissance troops, but was known, I think, the Rotala Svedki was sort of reconnaissance balls, just advanced force that usually strike at weak points in the German lines, bash as much force they could there, and hold the ground until the rest of the Red Army could arrive to exploit the gap. So that's an exploitation maker, if you will. Anyway, Scout can run down here straight for the centre. Nosmarkov, possibly be able to deal with this, needs to at least have some sort of force concentration to get a chance of stopping the M3A1. If not, he's going to be in a bad spot here. More people from the way there from Clausewitz. Bit of skirmishing here. Shots being fired. Folks are all taking heavy damage from people from sight. The M3A1. Sturmpaniers are arriving, which overall performed quite well. So the Scout car, though, generally you want, well, more than one squad to have a chance there to really do some serious damage to it fast. But I'm acting next up. Nosmarkov will be going for the Kevin Green, the cool bunch just using turret. Oh, actually backing up here. Interesting move there. Some heavy fighting around here, and a bit of light movement up here on the west side as well by Nosmarkov. Trotting away there for him. Slowly approaching. Got almost done in the centre. We got German troops continuing to be held up here by VonClausewitz with Puma Troops and Engineers. Nice delaying action here. Scout car is almost down to the Volkskonitz, where we do enough damage here with the bullets. Pretty close to here for Nosmarkov. Puma Troops and Engineers going to have to bring up some support for the Volkskonitz. They're going to get overwhelmed here, but he's still tied up in the centre. Trot on the way, there we go. Flamethrowers out. The Scout car will survive and have Flamethrower Engineers ready as well. This is going to be absolute a bastard there for Nosmarkov to deal with. Pimps are almost dead. Mechanized ready up for Nosmarkov. That's going to be a Lux rush here, not Kugelwagen rush. He's already rushed it out. He can't rush it harder. I know one of the reasons that the Kuban doesn't see much use is just A, it gets hard count a lot of things by now, but also just its veterancy gain is absolutely atrocious. It gains veterancy so absolutely slow for, what it does. It's just not worth it most of the time. Like, it just tends to quickly fade off and get destroyed. So, for the most part, Kugelwagens just don't see a lot of usage. Partly because, again, the meta is just hostile to them, but also just late game and mid game, they just don't do a lot. They lack a ton of utility. Mechanized rigging up there. Roughly a minute there to the Lux. Kugelwagen down and hit to the M3A1. Striking through Nosmarkov's line. He's going for the Kednev for now, but it's going to be a bit delayed. At least he does have access to Panzerfaust now, but most of the troops are in need of healing reinforcement. Though heavily damaged already, they can't easily just rush at the Scout car without necessarily getting murdered here by these 50 caliber toting maniacs. Medics on the way there from Clausewitz to back up his troops. Very good. Medical supplies up here to quickly heal up his men. Good play there by Nosmarkov. Good play. Rakednev almost done. 12-point hit, and of course it's going to slow down his looks. Lighter Aufklärungspanzer acquisition as well, which is certainly not going to be amazing there for Nosmarkov. Hopefully one moving about. Also note that the Lux was not the only German light reconnaissance tank they had. They actually was more or less similar to this one. There's also one based off the Czechoslovakian Panzer 38T, which was, in most respects, just very similar. It just had a slightly different turret, like the one in the 222 essentially. But otherwise, I think more or less performed the same. So, little fun note there. And they're also roughly producing the same numbers, roughly a bit over 100. Sturmpanzer are going in for the stuffing in the west. Panzerfaust and the scout car. Nice work. Interesting enough, VonClausewitz has not been going hard for Nosmarkov's fuel. Maybe worried something is hiding. Hard to say, but he has not been pursuing that one quickly, aggressively. Scout car rolling away here. Rakednev going in for it. It's got to be a bit tricky here. Could salvage the Kuhwagen Rector there for just a bit of extra fuel, which would help him slightly faster hit up on that Lux, which I imagine would be priority here for Nosmarkov. Any third punch we got into tank rifles up here, and VonClausewitz, of course, already expecting the Lux counter. So bringing up anti-tank is going to help with that. Of course, up close as the Sturm Pioneers, they obviously run into a few headaches. And now finding the east, his engineers, his brave engineers saying, mind up the road as well, by the way, I'm making the move for the fuel. Good work there by VonClausewitz. But, oh, we got Overwatch. Hello. Finally someone who isn't going for bloody special operations. Praise the heavens. Pills moving in there. Fortunately, need to be careful, they're getting surrounded. Overwhelmed by the sheer numbers that VonClausewitz are bringing to bear. But there you go. Now the tides have turned. The shoe is on the other foot, or how it goes. Van gone out against the Strafniki, burning them up. Look, it's in burn, Jürgen. If he can hear you, you fascist assholes. Who cares? You're dying anyways. Troops are healing reinforcing. Looks on the way there, almost on in fact for Nosmarkov. And the Dritte Panzerdivision. I believe that was known as the Bear Division, actually. Had a bear's insignia, I believe. If I remember entirely correctly, and I might be slightly messing up with another division, occasionally happens. Got the Goliath on the way there for Nosmarkov, a demolition vehicle, which acted a much larger brother known as the Borgward 4B. It would usually be, at least by this stage, it will be sort of accompanied by armoured vehicles to sort of direct them. Tiger tanks and Stugs, but commonly used for this purpose, in fact. For example, the Panzerlehr Panzerdivision in Normandy had such a Funkline-Abteilung attached to it, which was equipped with Tiger tanks and one Tiger tank with the old-style turret. Fun little note there. But there you go, Goliath out here for Nosmarkov. Ready to blow up anything that gets too close. Looks like trying to pull away. We got the pins running up with the anti-tank rifles, which is a fun note. Actually lacked ammunition when they were introduced in the first place. It took them some time before they had the ammunition ready for the anti-tank rifle. I believe that was actually like the predecessor of the PTRD, so they couldn't even use them when they had them, which created some issues. But fun enough. Oh wow! That's one expensive minesweeper. The Goliath hit the mine. I think that's actually the first time I've seen a Goliath set of a mine. But there you go. Also note, due to a quirk in the game engine, if one explosion sets off another explosion, it creates an even bigger explosion in terms of damage. So you can just multiply the damage, which is why some players, for example, would set demo charges on mines, because that way you just get an even bigger explosion that just can take out tanks in some cases. So, they'll find out. They're more mines going off. Really good mining by VonClausewitz, really. Scout car on the way there. Flamethrower engineers in it. TC on the way here for VonClausewitz and the Red Army. Saying about here, hunting down fascists for the glory of Stalin. And there you go, flares off. Sandy though from Nosmarkov's left flank is quite wrong, but they've got the Lux still moving in here. No anti-tank troops nearby to support. It's going to lose the MG-34, but he's going to be able to, well, recruit quickly. There we go, scout car down. Engineers half gone. Oh, he actually saves the MG-34. Impressive work there by Nosmarkov. Might be VonClausewitz got a bit too zealous, and there you go, troops push back. Kubang there, still could the salvage and so could the scout car, by the way. T-7 engaging the looks here. 2 centimeter cannon versus the 45mm gun of the T-7 light tank. Looks speeding away, backed up by the Kednafer, probably why VonClausewitz backing off. If you didn't see it, he's anticipating it. And there you go, fuel point secured, back here, reinforcement, healing. MD-34 number 2 on the way for Nosmarkov to help contain the penal troops, certainly one of the ways of doing it, since your basic infantry, as the Oberkorps can't really fight the full penal troops, you know, one-on-one. And you know, in that regard, even 2-1's going to be somewhat inefficient, so you usually bring up machine guns, so that way bring suppressive firepower to bear to the penal troopers, make it much easier that way to fight, more to just constrain them. So, double MD-34 here, very solid strategic play there by Nosmarkov here versus VonClausewitz. I think a good read on the situation, though of course still needs to be mindful of the T-70 light tank, and meanwhile VonClausewitz has no suppressive firepower. They could go for the anti-aircraft draft tank. Most players don't, but it's an option. Nosmarkov going for a truck, that's going to be the Schwerer Panzer Quarters, or Schwerer Panzer Hauptquartier. He's moving in there. Sergeant Petrov Petrovsky engages the fascists and misses. They're skirmishing here, looks moving up in the west picture upon there being seasonal. Of course, right now Nosmarkov's got both fuel points, which on a map that is as big as Crossroads means he actually gains a fat fuel advantage over VonClausewitz and can really hit it from. That's a pretty dangerous development for VonClausewitz, to be honest. Lucky development though is the Kednafer misses. And you've had 4 number 2 moving up here. Heavy fire there, folks, probably need to pound that house, they're close to death anyways. Back here, nothing further going on there for Nosmarkov. VonClausewitz, by the way, hasn't chosen a doctrine as of yet. I don't think he's salvaged any vehicles there, Mr. Nosmarkov. Indeed, he has not. Bit of an overlooked ability, I think. Panzerfaust off there, damaging the T-7 light tank. Looks moving in, engaging the engineers. Folks are engaging the penal troops in the east. Hand grenade at the ready, but the question is, can they get close enough without getting murdered first? And I don't think they can without a support from the light tank. VonClausewitz has yet to go for doctor. I mean, usually at this stage they've either gone for often got notes to bring up guardsmen with DP light machine guns and tank rifles, as they tend to be a very solid counter against most German infantry with a DP light machine. They can take on most troops. In particular, Volksgrenadiers tend to get rather beaten silly by them, so I'm a bit surprised here. I mean, he hasn't gone for armed assault, or at least good her range going on, so I'm not entirely sure what VonClausewitz' strategic bigger plan here is against Nosmarkov. It seems a bit aimless in that department again. Nosmarkov's got a plan that involves blowing up his opponent thoroughly. Otto, I need to hear your new strategy again. What is your plan? I plan to blow up the Russians. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, we plant explosives everywhere and send me blow up the Russians. I can even call in the Luftwaffe to drop bombs on them and blow them up even more. Did you talk with the Führer about this? Yes, he was impressed. He was most amazed. Even Hermann Göring gave his approval for it. Oh my god, we're gonna lose this war, aren't we? Anyways, T-70 penalties coming in here in the west. No anti-tank wants to back up. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. But Kednafer ready. We got mortars and field away from VonClausewitz. Armored assault as well, so I'm getting the sense that he might be trying to stall for the IS-2 all of a sudden. So he's trying to play for a bigger armor. But there you go. Nice flank here on Nosmarkov to attack. Though we got Lux here to counter-flank the flankers, I guess. But that mortar's going to provide for VonClausewitz with some artillery plus, of course, smoke here versus Nosmarkov, which can pay off nicely. Still, Nosmarkov has a fat fuel edge. Noting none of those Volksgrenadiers have yet to be upgraded. At least we got a bit of skirmish here. Pims is pushing back the troops. Got the second Goliath move here for Nosmarkov. Looks like there's the anti-tank. Oh, penalty was there. The anti-tank Strafniki. Maximus well here, so he's bringing up the machine gun as well, realising he needs to curb his opponent's infantry movements. Very good. In east here, hold it by the Schwerpanzered quarters. Mortar moving up there, grabbing points with it. Nice play there by VonClausewitz, but he needs to do something drastic, I think, to turn around the status quo. Right now, the situation is very much favourable for Nosmarkov. He's controlling a lot of the movements. lot of the strong points. Of course, he's got the machine guns, which makes it harder for VonClausewitz to use his infantry freely. Additionally, the Schwerpanzer Quarters, of course, acts as an additional suppressor, gaining just, more secure ground here for Nosmarkov. So VonClausewitz got a bit of a task set ahead of him here by Nosmarkov and the Kampf for the Wolf. He's going to have to do something clever here to try and really things around there. Oh, 3rd Panzer Division. 3rd Panzer Division there. Got to kill him with shoots at the T-70. Nice miss. But double Goliaths there from Nosmarkov. He really wants to blow up his opponent. He truly believes in blowing up his opponent more than anyone else. Shoots, misses. People from Mortar moving in here. Bit of skirmishing up north. Well, you can soon go for the Panzer IV. Though if he's suspecting anything big, of course, he might aim for the Panther. And of course, VonClausewitz here might be hoping his opponent's going to go for the Panther IV, allowing him to then somehow stall into the IS-2. Because if his opponent anticipates an IS-2 stall, he can just go for the Panther straight up, which can still fight with his infantry thanks to his machine guns. And then really give the IS-2 a rough time. As well, the IS-2 will slightly have some set advantages over the Panther. It's not going to be as much as it has over the Panzer IV, which is, the real big thing here. So if Nosmarkov sees through VonClausewitz's play here, that IS-2 is going to find a bit of a harder time getting any traction versus Nosmarkov. Oh, sabotage off. Oh, he's not realizing it. Oh, no. A huge wipe here. Obliterated. The Goliath is spotted as well. Kenov landing hit on the T-70. That's the 2nd Goliath just blown apart without really achieving anything for Nosmarkov. It is definitely looking like he's aiming for the Panther here. Almost got... Oh, he actually got the T-70. That's nice work. So he can go for the Panther now, which would definitely mean he's seen through VonClausewitz. Or he just really likes Panthers. It just feels like a Panther's actually a stronger choice overall. Either way, whatever the motive, it makes VonClausewitz IS-2 stall a little less efficient than already is. But so far, there's nothing happening there. There's the 3rd option here. There's another option that is that Nosmarkov is actually stalling for King Tiger, which would definitely be on the riskier side. As actually, conceding a lot of the ground and initiative he's gained against his opponent. West going for the Panther now allows him to just keep playing aggressively, but, is reasonably in short versus IS-2s, T-45s, and other bugbears of the Red Army. But still nothing happening there. It's starting to look like a King Tiger stall. It is starting to look like it, and that has me slightly worried for Nosmarkov. Of course, for VonClausewitz, this is great news. Amazing news. Well, theoretically, Nosmarkov could try and sneak up the Goliath here behind VonClausewitz. Maybe some other supporting force there. Oh, he does go for the Panther. He does go for the Panther. Whew. Good, good, good. Of course, he still needs to handle it correctly, but in this regard, I'd say Nosmarkov is making a very strong move again. VonClausewitz stalling for the IS-2 is going to find again it gaining less traction. The Panther's much better against that than the Panzer IV. 2 with 3 Kednavs. On the other hand, he needs some infantry. He's starting to suffer some losses there. And the Punitive, of course, are dealing nicely with the Fulton, in particular after he lost already 1 squad here. So, something a bit bigger, a bit... Oh, no, he lost the machine gun. Oh! He finally gets a wipe with the Goliath. 3rd time's the charm, and the entire Punitive squad is evaporated. Hey, Petro, look at the toy that's coming across to us. Dimitri, yes, that's an explosive. Oh, yes, nice knowing you. Just more forces here for Nosmarkov. I do feel like that's a bit of an oversight here. I think you'd be awful also like to back up things, but there you go. Panther out, the Panzerkampfwagen 5, Ausführung A. The A model, which is sort of the intermediate model between the initial D model and the later sort of, shall we say, final G model, since, while there was an F model planned, it never came through. Well, apparently there are a few maybe finished right before the end of the war, but there's no serious documentation of that. I'll wait. Model A there on the move. Had less flaws than the Model D, which had a lot of technical flaws and issues. I believe turret rotation was really slow, but still didn't have the advantages of the Model G, which included better turret armor and slightly improved frontal armor as well, partly by removing a driver slit there, so there was less weak spots on the frontal armor of the Panther. Pin machine being added there, guys, 2 on the way. Panther takes a hit. As there you go, machine gun quickly getting wiped out here with the luck. There we go. Need to narrow it back. Need to pull back the Panther. And the Stream Pioneers also need to get out there. Additionally, a benefit here would be getting out some repair Pioneers soon enough. Slow fire on the machine gun. Rent from napped here. Nice play there by VonClausewitz. There you go. Watch it. Ice 2 moving in. Panther already a bit damaged. Carefully. Need to mind his distance. He's about to lose the other machine gun. That'd be really bad here for Nosmarkov. It'll definitely turn around here for VonClausewitz. There we go. Machine gun crew number 2 down. Panther fell on the Ice 2 without damage. Doesn't do anything. Second Panther fast, not enough damage on either to damage the engine. He's getting one machine gun out there, but he's already lost one machine. He could still lose the crew there to the IS-2. Adding the pendulum-mounted Dishka heavy machine gun there. Panther immediate repairs for down to less than half health. Took a lot of hits down. Apparently also managed to hand over Kedmev to VonClausewitz. That is definitely not good for Nosmarkov. Get the Panther out of there. Scheiße. Almost losing his Panther. That is horrid. Nosmarkov might get slightly overconfident. Definitely not good. Need to further pull it back here. Repair Pioneers would be an absolutely excellent choice right now here for Nosmarkov. And I'd probably suggest backing out the Panther with a Yak Panther to help deal with things and some Obersoldaten. Other way repairs here happening with the Panther. Looks as though we're going to need it, and we got another Goliath from Nosmarkov. Troops healing reinforcing, mortars nibbling about a bit. Quiet here. I mean, interesting enough, VonClausewitz isn't pushing across the front line as hard as he could. I mean, he could still try and disrupt, say, around the Coh point. He wanted to at least just grab some points in. They obviously can't rush straight for that one, but he could still try and exert pressure, and that's actually giving Nosmarkov more time to just regroup and counterattack. So, tactically, a bit of a slight mistake there, I would say, for VonClausewitz. It's not a huge blunder, but still it gives Nosmarkov time to just gain a breather and just do what he wants to and initiate a plan again. VonClausewitz is finally going to move on, but he's already striking the fuel point, which is undefended. So, good play there, I would say, by Nosmarkov. Plays around his initial mistake they committed and just tries to minimize the impact. He needs to get the looks fixed up, and he could also, I guess at this stage, consider already another Panther. I mean, he's getting so much fuel that 2 Panthers would not be impossible. I would certainly put the IS-2 plan further into, well, trouble, because he can't easily back it up right now with other armor, meaning 2 Panthers right now versus that would be a sticky spot here for VonClausewitz. Goliath heading out there, ready to possibly ambush any tanks that move ahead there. Very nice. He's moving up force, he's anticipating it. Oh, niet! Suka Goliath! Suka Goliath! Straight into the Goliath! It looks like he might get away with it though, but still, that is horrid. Right here, though, Nosmarkov, I think he's making mistakes running straight past the inter-tank penal troopers here. He's desperate to get the IS-2 here. Run just setting up for a second Panther, in which case we'd probably win this anyways. Grenade off here. He's almost got it, but he loses the Panther. Shot went through there. Blitzkrieg. Oh no. Panther almost down. IS-2 down. Panther lives. Panther lives. Field gun down. Lost another Kedmev though. Holy snot biscuits, he actually pulled that off. That was ridiculously lucky. I mean, that was bold, and sometimes boldness just gets you there, but Jesus, that was absurd. Either way, though, VonClausewitz has now been clearly punished by his IS-2 stall plan, because it has very much left him without any other options. I mean, this is kind of the problem with these, just rush into a big tank. Great if it works, but if you somehow lose it to your opponent, just, doing something you do not expect or something else, you do not have a plan B. You might either have to stall for it or try to go for the wrong route into some medium armor, while your opponent still has his, most cases. In this case, Nosmarkov still has the Panther, whereas VonClausewitz does have nothing, meaning whatever he calls in next will be up against the Panther, alongside whatever else he's going for. In this case, Nosmarkov could have gone for the other Panther, but starting the Panther would have to deal with infantry. I mean, I feel like 2 Panther would probably be GG, but a Panther 4 of course does help better as an infantry. Looks down though to the field gun. Bit unfortunate there for Nosmarkov, but it's a small tactical victory there for VonClausewitz against the fascists. I still feel like Nosmarkov though should go for some Overladen as well. Panther almost good to go. Shooting reinforcing there for Nosmarkov. Now if he's not upgrading a single full, it's going to deal with assault rifles. Machine gun lying about there could be seized by VonClausewitz against Nosmarkov, which would be bad news for Nosmarkov and the 3rd Panzer Division. And there he goes straight into another machine gun. He already lost his opponent. Panther over there. But it seems like VonClausewitz has pretty much except he's going to have to stall for another IS-2 and hopefully not lose this one like he lost the first one by in part driving it into goddamn Goliath hiding about. Panther 4 moving up, engaging the machine gun inside the house. They're pushing away. They're pinning up machine gun being out as well. Need to go, of course, any anti-tank weapons lurking about. There we go. Field gun shoots. But Kevin about to shoot as well. Panther moving in here. 9 kills for this fast land. 1 armor and 8 infantry kills. Again, machine guns actually pretty good at killing infantry. I do feel like it's something people overlook when it comes to using their Panther. Victory points wise is a lead here for Nosmarkov VonClausewitz for now. Nice hit from the cannon from the Panther 4. Panther flanking in here. There we go. Field gun gaining a veterancy 3. That is great news for VonClausewitz. A veterancy 3 field gun can penetrate most German tanks' armor. Plus it has a high rate of fire to do so very consistently. Support calling the breaking up for Nosmarkov's assault. Almost taking out an entire field gun discord. Bad news there for Nosmarkov. That would have been worse for him if he actually got wiped. And he's going for another Panther 4 now. Nosmarkov is just going to build everything, his armor gets around the Panther, just using larger numbers then. Not a bad idea here for VonClausewitz. Second IS-2 is almost ready. Almost ready to back up the second last make on a score, but he is super short on armor. We'll have to see if Nosmarkov goes for another Goliath and if he can somehow manage to get close to the IS-2 again. But let that be a lesson for you. Don't just drive your tanks through the hedgerows if you're not sure there's a Goliath on the other side or not. Second IS-2 heavy tank out here for VonClausewitz. More flares off. Second Panther already there from Nosmarkov, putting in a small mixed Panzer platoon. Got the Panther moving in. They need support from the rest of the German army here. You can see VonClausewitz moving all of his armor up here, plus anti-tank weapons there to deal with it. There you go. First shot that went through. IS-2 almost got it. We might just be able to finish off that Panther, which turning punish here. Nosmarkov sending his Panzers, but no. Oh! IS-2 shoots and jolly well misses. That's bad news there for VonClausewitz. Great for Nosmarkov. Panther lands a hit there on the IS-2's armor. Very close to Veteran 2. So will VonClausewitz now begin taking up, bringing up something to back up the IS-2 here with HU5 and T45 would be the optimal choice here. The faster the better as well, I would say, for VonClausewitz. Almost got that IS-2 fixed up again. At least this time he has a chance to repair it rather than just having more or less immediately destroyed. There you go, Kendall creeps up but gets pushed away there. As Nosmarkov's got a large chunk of forces to protect his armor with. A nice infantry screen there, very good work. Forces moving up, P19 kills veteran faster into the Strafniki. Well, quick make short work of them. Without the assault rifles, they can't even stand a chance against veteran fleet controllers with anti-tank rifles. Certainly highlighting just how potent the Strafniki are here. Grenades off, Panther moving forward, so very close to 2, but also half health. Panther 4, they're seemingly withdrawing the fire away from the Panther. Nice there for Nosmarkov. IS-2 though, back in the fight. You're rolling it. Ace field gun crew moving up here. Forces they're getting fired at. Colonel Upson being added. People flanking from the other side. Just able to get off an anti-tank self-charge on the Panzer IV. Forces the close being obliterated. Half health there. Nosmarkov's Panzer taking quite a beating. There you go. Pushes the Panzer IV to hit, but there you go. Misses again with the IS-2 field gun. They should be able to finish it off here. Oh, didn't have the line of sight. Panther gains especially to the Schützen are added. And he still hasn't done anything in part because he never tried to take out the Schwerpanzer headquarters, which means besides just calling in tanks for him, it's just a great investment that way. Certainly a hard point there. It's difficult for Clausewitz to deal with the eastern when he also has to protect the western side. This is where it'd be helpful if we could actually bring up more armour. Machine about to get pushed back, field hammering down there. 7 kills. Both Panzer forces machine repairs. Repair part is still not upgraded on the mechanized regiment headquarters. I do feel like that's something that Nosmarkov could benefit from here, to be honest, in the longer run. Otherwise, I mean, in theory, you could try and setting up for a King Tiger. I mean, he has a sufficiently large armored force. Otherwise, unit there that can sort of, allow him to successfully stall for it. Hiccups. My apologies. Footguns and watch. Got the IS-2 here. 1 kill. Panzer Force standing bound. Here we got the mortar with 15 kills. Bit of a standoff here. Well, pulling it with the IS-2 here. Apparently not worried about any mines or anything like that. That's a pretty bold, and I might say slightly mistaken move there by VonClausewitz. And we got another Goliath from Nosmarkov there. He loves those, and has that, I would say, some success with them. Threatening the Coh1 is a nice idea there by Nosmarkov. He can cut off the fuel there, certainly make it easier to, outpace his opponent a bit. He really should be taking up and bringing up some stuff to back up his IS-2. Forcing the western fuel point, that's going to force him to react that way. Again, immediately cut off his opponent's fuel and grab it. So far, though, neither of those options seem to be immediately happening here from Clausewitz. Maybe a bit paralysed here by indecision. As Nosmarkov puts the screws on him. Seven kills there. Panther almost fixed up again. Other Panther already. And there you go. Fieldman setting up here to back up the IS-2 support. Push there. Shoots, misses the foot, but there you go. Still getting in some hits with the Paramount machine guns. Field gun lands a nice hit. Still no take from VonClausewitz. I mean, he's got the resources now to go for the mechanized armor companies. At least feel like he should be going for that. But so far, no sign of that. Oh, there we go. Mechanized armor company going up. 33-minute mark. That could have been out a bit faster. Though, of course, would have been ultimate faster if he hadn't lost that IS-2 like he did. What's up in your pulse? Another Panzer for Nosmarkov. He's just building up a serious armored force. The field guns and the IS-2. I'll make it hard for him to wield them. I'm a bit surprised he's not committing to the second Panther, even the Yak Panzer help his chances versus the IS-2, but he's just now churning out Panzer IVs. More anti-tank rounds for the remaining Piltover squad. Actually, VonClausewitz, besides armor, actually needs infantry now, and he also needs something in the east. He needs to try and force Nosmarkov to defend more, because right now he's basically freed up from having to defend a large and important part of his territory by just having that Schwerpanzer headquarters there. And the longer that VonClausewitz is allowed to do that, the worse for him. Panzer's being repaired. And Katyusha on the way there. I feel like that's a miscalculation. I mean, Nosmarkov doesn't support weapons, but I would say the main threat here is all of his tanks. In this regard, the Katyusha is going to do absolutely nothing for stopping that. That's like trying to fix a broken arm by brushing your teeth. Very wrong solution. Ice moving up and getting the footers out in the open. 8 kills, not bad. Panther moving up here. Katyusha almost done. He still hasn't cancelled it. And again, we're talking about an opponent with 4 tanks, including 1 veteran T2 Panther. As support called in is disrupt German infantry and support weapons. But so far, no follow up here from VonClausewitz. So most likely just used to bomb time to stall. And there you go in the west, we got Nosmarkov sneaking up there, trying to outmaneuver the Russian positions. Nice work there by Nosmarkov. How much damage going? Oh, aircraft shot down, crashing into the northern tombstones there. Blown apart. Panther 4 going for the eyes too. Goliath explodes harmlessly. Other Panther 1 on flame, but it's already heavily damaged. Panther's also going in there. He's committing all here. This is a pretty risky assault there for Nosmarkov. I guess thankfully for him, his opponent hasn't laid down a lot of mines. It's not anticipating such a move. Needs to get out the field and first. There you go. Good. Hits a mine. Panther eventually 2 is in dire straits. Other Panther 4, by the way, is not doing anything to support here. Panther moving up to block. Katyusha down. Panther down. Lots of casualties there for Nosmarkov. An absolutely cataclysmic assault. Pumas are going for the Panther 4 cannon nearby as well. Close to the ace, or eventually 3 level. Other Panther 4 still not doing anything there. We got to move on. There you go. Panther 4 down. He's down to just 2 Panther 4s now. That was not the finest assault here by Nosmarkov. I think he might have gotten a bit too cocky there from the first one. That worked out well, but you can't just keep relying on your luck like that. Field gun down there, go Panther moving in again. He's almost got the IS-2, but I would say at what cost? There we go. Down to just 1 Panther bombing lost, 2 Panther balls and a Panther plus other units. He got the Katyusha and the IS-2, maybe some other elements. There we go. All Panthers down. Of course, he can quickly replace with the Panther 4. VonClausewitz is going to have to go for T-35 here, I think, to replace any sort of losses there, because the T-34-76, unless you get out a lot of them fast, which it does not look like you can at the moment, will struggle a bit versus even the overcommerce Panther Force like that. But obviously, it's also a bunch cheaper than that. Pumas are being suppressed here. 30 kills on them, 4 kills on the MD-34 there. Oh, he does go for the T-34-76, prioritizing just getting out a lot of tanks fast, I guess. Not a bad idea either, but can be a bit risky. Can be a bit risky. And VonClausewitz really would benefit from raw infantry. We got 186 versus 286. Still, Nosmarkov's forces have been beaten rather badly. I mean, he threw away most of his armor there. I mean, that assault could have been executed a bit better, with a bit more coordination with infantry and armor, and just better coordination between the tanks as well. There's a rather scattered shot, meaning he didn't get as much firepower as he could, and also make it easier for VonClausewitz to defend against it. But there you go, T-34-76 up, Panther ready as well. (286 versus 986 still. Got that T-34 moving westwards. Need to keep the anti-tank weapons closer as a challenge versus the Panther 4. There you go, Fulters being pushed back. Got that Panther 4 waiting a bit around there a bit. So what is Nosmarkov going to do, trying to break himself out of this situation, because his opponent's going to get more heavily dug in, and whatever arm advantage he had is now more or less gone, so he can't really just rely on that anymore. So he's also short on infantry, particularly infantry that could have supported an assault like say Fulters with upgrades. It just almost undone. That was also still just a mistake there by him. And he could maybe just try to wait a bit long, just combine it with a sector assault. That could probably have been a bit more disruptive there for VonClausewitz defenses as well. So that could have just been executed better overall. That could have been executed better. Ace machine gun there for VonClausewitz. What a fascist machine gun. And there goes straight to their tank weapons. Panther 4 down to less than half health already in the blink of an eye, and that Panther 4 is likely. Oh, got lucky there. It's his 3-gun bounced off the front armor. Still pretty weak there for Nosmarkov. He got the sector assault ready. Can he use this to turn around the tide again to shatter the Bolshevik lines. This is simply too little, too late for even that. Even if it hits, that is. Which of course is partly what the Commander Rebound of course going to fix. Is going to make that ability a bit better. The docks itself of course will be stronger, so that's nice. But for now, Nosmarkov remains the defense as VonClausewitz moves ahead. Repair ceiling going on here at Fort Nosmarkov. Still no repair plan here has been considered. But yeah, 253 versus on 86. Nosmarkov still has a chance here, but right now VonClausewitz in control of the map. He's got the support weapon edge. The infantry wise, Nosmarkov in theory has it, but I would say he's not quite pushing it as well as he could here versus his opponent. Not quite pushing it as well as he could. We'll have to see if VonClausewitz is going to try for a third eye. He's just going to go for the T-35 faster here, which would obviously be, I think, a better choice. Moving up here towards us as a victory point with the Panzer IV and the infantry support weapons. The KMF as they're also being hauled forwards by Nosmarkov's men. T-35 moving westwards here. Shots being fired. Panzer IV, they're all taking hits here from VonClausewitz defences and defenders. Slowly bleeding out here. What will Nosmarkov do? T-35 on the way there from VonClausewitz. Very good, very good. He can still go for some extra penal troopers. He's got the manpower for it, so I'd strongly Nosmarkov is committing to more Panzer IVs. Feels like he's hit a bit of a snag, and then he's just sort of setting a repetitive mode where he just keeps calling in Panzer IVs. A few hits on the T-34 from 6.9. Meanwhile, VonClausewitz retains a stranglehold on the battlefield here against Nosmarkov, and the 3rd Panzer to be shown here with the 2nd Guards making a score. And they go T-35 out here for VonClausewitz. T-34 field gun over the Fox Grenadiers. Machine gun gaining veteran free, but it's close being silenced here by the SIS-3. Oh, mortar wipe. Nice work there by VonClausewitz. 21 kills on that mortar. Excellent work, excellent work. Nosmarkov really has managed to put himself in a bad spot here. Can he turn this around? Can he win this? Almost got the T-34 there. Might have a chance, might have a chance. As long as he doesn't throw away the Panzer IV. There we go, T-34 6 down, but still, Panzer IV's going to be starting from the field gun. We got a T-34 flank here, nice flank here by VonClausewitz, air support called in as well. And the loss of that Panzer IV could very well seal the deal, as one Panzer IV does the T-35 is not favoured at all for Nosmarkov and Germany. So this is a horrid development there for Nosmarkov after that. Again, not very good assault there. 211, he's lost most of his troops, support weapons. This is very much looking like GG now here for Nosmarkov. He had such in hand and he kind of just blew it. And I would say a rather poorly executed frontal assault, when he probably could easily have flanked his opponent, to be honest, made much better progress there. Additionally, a lack of orbital guidance is also further increased chance. Upgrading the Volksgunners did not exactly help his situation either in the long run, so I feel like there were some mistakes here made by Nosmarkov that ultimately undermined his chances of winning here. VonClausewitz, I think, could have had a bit of a slightly stronger opening, but he managed to ours as well and basically waited for Nosmarkov to make mistakes and then actually punched him forward as good as he could, which of course is what matters, though. He should be more mindful of the training than he used opponents in Goliaths, but for now, I just do not see Nosmarkov winning this at all. Straight to the T-35 here, landing a nice hit. Panzer IV down to half health. Another Kednev from Nosmarkov. There you go, Panzer IV down. That is the rest of Nosmarkov's armour. And there you go, GG, game over. A significant loss here for the German army. Numerous Panzers was lost, including one Panther. Again, He could have played the armor better, and I think also gone for a better force composition that would have involved some Overslot and maybe a second Panther. And had he just flanked here, or maybe brought up some smoke screens there, he probably could have done that better. So some room for improvement there for Nosmarkov. Nice to play there from VonClausewitz. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, and remember to press the little bell if you're subscribing. You haven't already, so you actually get the updates. This is Imperial Links, and cheers. Thank you for watching. Go all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.